Kia ora, and welcome to Tuesday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect New Zealand. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz. And today we lead with news. 2024 has brought some huge and surprising changes, but in other sectors, not as much change as you might have expected. And through it all, profits and wealth growth have been strong. But first in the US, and based on a rise in new orders, the Dallas Fed's Texas Manufacturing Index moved up into positive territory in December, its first positive reading since April 2022. Forward sentiment was positive in that state for a second month in a row. Also driven by new order flows, but the lack of them in this case, the Chicago PMI fell further in December from November and missing market forecasts. This is their 13th consecutive month of retreats, recording its steepest decline since May. And US pending home sales in November grew a strong 6.9% from a year ago, their best rise since May 2021. To be fair, however, it is off a weak base, but it is the fourth straight month of gains in sales volumes. Sellers seem to be capitulating on price expectations there, and it has become a buyer's market according to the Peak US Realtor Group. In China, a Reuters poll suggests factory activity there expanded in December, capping a 3-month gain. In Japan, their 10-year government bond yield edged up to around 1.11%, its highest since 2011, as investors continue to assess the latest inflation data. And South Korean retail sales rose more than expected. Even so, the gain was minimal. Korean industrial production undershot in November, though. But it is their political crisis that is hurting their currency, falling to its lowest against the US dollar since 2009. Other countries are depreciating against the US dollar too. The Turkish lira is at a record low, and ditto the Russian ruble, and the Chinese yuan is almost its lowest since 2007. The US dollar index is ending the year at its highest since 2022, and prior to that its strongest since 2002. Back on Wall Street, the Wall Street Journal is reporting the investment in exchange-traded funds now exceeds $10 trillion US dollars, with a 2024 rise in these investment vehicles up 30% from 2023 and up $2.5 trillion US dollars in 2024 alone. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now just on 4.55% and down 8 basis points from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today at $2,298 an ounce, down $22 from yesterday. We started the year with this price just on $2,050 an ounce, so a 27% net gain for 2024. And oil prices are a bit more than 50 cents firmer at just over $71 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just over $74 a barrel. We're ending 2024 almost exactly where we were when we started the year. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at just on 56.4 US cents and unchanged from yesterday. We started the year at 63.4 US cents, peaked at 63.6 US cents at the end of September, but the net devaluation now has been 11.1% in US dollar terms. Against the Aussie, we're up 10 basis points at 90.7 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're up 20 basis points at 54.3 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just over 67, to be little change from yesterday. The TWI started the year at 71.1. It peaked at 71.4 in mid-February for an overall devaluation of 5.8%. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $91,907 and down 2% from this time yesterday. Volatility over the past 24 hours has been modest, at plus or minus 1.5%. It started the year at $44,204 US dollars and rose to $73,095 by mid-March. It was still at $69,391 just prior to the US election and has risen since that result. It peaked by closing at $106,169 on December the 18th, 2024. You can find links to the articles mentioned today in our show notes, and you can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again on Monday, January the 6th. Happy New Year, everyone.